Have you ever walked into the kitchen, stopped in the middle of the room, and suddenly had no idea why you went there? For a few seconds, your mind goes completely blank. And in that quiet moment, a little wave of worry can wash over you. You might even think, oh no, is this how memory loss begins? It's a frightening question that millions of older adults quietly ask themselves. If that has happened to you, and you're over 60, I want you to hear something reassuring. Your brain is not failing you. You are not losing yourself. Your brain is simply full. Think about everything it has carried for more than 60 years. The sound of your mother's voice, your wedding day, the birth of your children, every address you've ever lived at, countless appointments, passwords, worries, and joyful moments. Imagine a well-loved attic in an old family home. After 60 years, it's naturally filled with boxes, keepsakes, and memories. It wouldn't be unusual if it felt full. Your brain is much the same. Today, we're not going to force that attic to empty. We're simply going to learn how to tidy it a little, so the things you need are easier to find. For years, many people believed forgetfulness after 60 was simply part of getting older. Something inevitable. But researchers today paint a much more hopeful picture. They explain that as we age, our brains simply get less efficient at filtering out extra noise. When you were 30 and looking for your keys, your brain could easily tune out the television, tomorrow's to-do list, and worries about work. At 65 or 70, it tries to pay attention to all of them at once. It's like listening to 10 radio stations at the same time. No wonder it's harder to remember where you left your keys. A crowded mind creates subtle stress. When too many mental tabs stay open, your body naturally produces a bit more cortisol, which makes it harder to retrieve short-term memories, including why you walked into a room in the first place. So a gentle cycle begins. A lifetime of memories keeps your mind busy. That busyness creates a little stress, and that stress makes everyday memories harder to reach. That's not a sign of failure. It's the sign of a life that has been wonderfully full. The challenge isn't your age. It's mental clutter. And clutter can be cleared. So how do we do that? Not by forcing ourselves to remember more, but by learning to close a few mental tabs, with kindness. I'd like to share 3 simple rituals. They aren't chores. They're gentle habits inspired by people who remain mentally sharp and emotionally calm well into their 80s and 90s. The first is the evening brain dump. About an hour before bed, take a sheet of paper and a pen. Not your phone. Not your computer. Just paper. Write down everything that's still circling in your mind. Call David. Doctor's appointment on Thursday. Fix the garden fence. Pay the utility bills. Don't organize it. Don't edit it. Just get it out. What you're doing is surprisingly powerful. You're telling your brain, you don't have to carry this through the night. It's safe here on the paper. You're moving those thoughts from your mental desk to a real one. Paired with a warm cup of herbal tea or a quiet moment to unwind. This simple act helps settle your whole system. Many people find that after only a week, they fall asleep more easily and wake up with a much clearer mind. The second ritual is the one-tab rule. Think about what happens the next time you set down your keys or reading glasses. Instead of rushing away, pause for 2 seconds. Look at the object and say out loud, I'm putting my keys on the wooden table in the hallway. It may feel a little awkward. But speaking the action out loud helps your brain focus on one thing instead of 20. It creates a clearer memory because, for just a moment, your full attention is right there. You're not trying harder. You're simply being present. The third ritual may be the most important of all. It's the practice of joyful forgetting. We've been taught that a good memory remembers everything. But a peaceful mind also knows what isn't worth holding onto. Give yourself permission to let some things go. Do you really need to remember every upsetting news headline? Do you need to memorize a password for an account you use once a year? Probably not. Write it down if you need it, and let the paper remember it for you. A peaceful mind isn't filled with everything. It's a mind that has made room for what truly matters: the laughter of your grandchild, the warmth of morning sunlight during your first cup of tea, your hands in the garden. When the mental clutter clears, your shoulders soften, your breathing slows, and your whole system relaxes. So the next time you walk into a room and forget why you're there, don't panic. Just smile and remind yourself, my beautiful attic is just a little full today. Thriving beyond 50 isn't about having a perfect memory that never slips. It's about having a calm, spacious mind that remembers what matters most. You are not fading. You've simply lived, loved, learned, and carried so much that your brain deserves a little help staying organized. Tonight, I invite you to try just one thing. Spend 5 quiet minutes with a piece of paper before bed, and give your brain the gift of putting a few burdens down. If you feel comfortable, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Will you try the paper trick tonight? And what is the very first thing you plan to write down? If this reflection brought a sense of warmth to your heart, please share it with a friend or neighbor over 50 who might need this gentle reminder today. Thank you for spending this quiet time together.